All right.
Okay. Good morning, Bande. Good morning or good evening, everyone. Depends where you are. Welcome to our weekly Mahaniddesa study under WikiPali translation project. Today, lesson is on week 39 and scheduled to last about an hour. Venerable Sumita will continue on Araha concept discussion. May we invite Bande to start the teaching, please? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone, welcome to IAPT WikiPali Therapeutic Translation Project. We meet every day, every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Mahaniddesa text that we have been working on. The translation of this complete text, it has been quite a journey so far. In fact, we have been focusing more on Arahanta concept, and later on we will also deal with the rest of the translations. And with the coming up of translation week number 39, we are here with the text, and let me go to the text. Okay, over here. So yes, so these are the things that we have translated so far. These paragraphs have been completely word by word in detail. We have translated, and they are, you can see they are all related to the word Araha. So with all the other variations of the Araha, or it can be Arahato, Arahatang, or whatever, Araha. So these words we have been translating, and today we will continue from over here, right here. Yes, so we stayed over here. Srimatigo Brahmano Tasanati Nyatvacha Disvacha Samuggahitanti Srimati Chatasso Srimayo Sakkaya Ditthi Vichikicha Siddhabhata Paramasa Ditthanusayo Vichikichanusayo Tade Kattacha Kilesa Ayang Pathama Sima Olarika Kamaraga Sangyojanang Patigha Sangyojanang Olariko Kamaraga Anusayo Patigha Anusayo Tade Kattacha Kilesa Ayang Dutiya Sima Anusahagatan Kamaraga Sangyojanam Patiga Sangyojanam Anusahagato Kamaraga Anusayo Patigha Anusayo Tade Kattacha Kilesa Ayang Tatiya Sima Ruparago Aruparago Mano Uddhachang Avidya Mananusayo Bhavanusayo Avidyanusayo Tade Kattacha Kilesa Ayang Chatutha Sima Yatocha Chatuhi Ariyamagehi Ima Chataso Simayo Atikkanto Hoti samatikanto vitivatto so vucchati simatigo brahmanoti sattanang dhammanang bahitata brahmano sakkaya ditti bahita hoti vichikicha bahita hoti silabata paramaso bahito hoti asito thadi pauchyate sa brahma tassati arahato khina savassa. Yeah, so this is a very important discussion. We already started this one last week, and over here we started, and then when we click here, go to studio, editing studio, and then we will be here. And we already translated this. More discussion was also taken place, and so we were discussing about Sakkaya Ditthi, Vichikicha, Sila Bata Paramasa. I would like to again remind you that we are also working on Sutta study session on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And the sutta that I am working on is, I think, Samma Ditti Sutta. Maybe that will also be, this is Majjhima Nikaya 9th Sutta. From the beginning we have been working on. So those who are interested in learning more of this concept, you may also join us on Friday with the Sutta study series. And so Sakkaya Ditti, thinking that this body belongs to me, this is myself, and that notion of I, me, mine is what we call Sakkaya Ditti. Vichikicha is the doubt that we have about the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and then the previous birth, life after death, and then both of them, and then also the other theory of karma, maybe, and also the dependent origination. There are accordingly there are 8 kinds of doubt that people can have. So those people who are very clear about these ideas, you don't have any doubt whatsoever, you are very comprehensively clear about this notion, will find it way easier to become Sotapanna. Sakkaya Ditthi Vichikicha. And then the other one is Sila Bhata Paramasa, religious practices or rites and rituals that may be also having an issue with all of us. We are so much dogmatic and we are so much stuck to certain rites and rituals, we can literally cannot get rid of those things, and that's why we are being hindered to go across this ocean of samsara. So as I mentioned last time, these are the things that we have to first crack open in order to become Sotapanna, Sakkaya Ditthi Vichikicha Silabhata Paramasa. I'm sure I will discuss much more about these notions in our Sutta discussion classes. So you are welcome to uh, join us and learn more about them. And then actually the knowledge will not necessarily be so much helpful, but knowledge will also be very, very useful. Knowledge will also be very useful. Those who are very clear in these things, like in your meditation, when you constantly also practice meditation, this understanding, this knowledge will be very helpful for you to get rid of these fetters, sanyojanas. And I also want to say, I think the fetters or sanyojanas in the Abhidhammic teachings are slightly different compared to the Sutta teachings. So this is the Sutta method. And then I think we have done the translation of this, and then I'll go to Dittanusaya Vichikichanusaya Tade Katta Chikilesa Ayang Patamasima. This is the first boundary. So becoming Sotapanna, the boundary is that. So if you get rid of these three fetters, you will cross that boundary and you will achieve one of the most important stages of your spiritual attainment in your samsara. And those people who attain Asotapanna can only um, finish the samsara um, very soon. Sattakkhatu Parama they are called. So only within 7 births um, you can be you will be able to finish off your samsara and attain the nibbana. So the apana, the stream enterer, is really important. Then olarikang kamaragang, let's see, olarikang means grass. Olarikang, this is grass. Okay, and then kamaraga sangyojanang. Yeah, this is a sandhi, kamaraga, kama, kamaraga sanyojana. So kama and raga, sensual lust, and then sanyojana is bond or attachment, or I like to also call it fetter. Sanyojana or sangyojana, and this again is dutiya vibhatti.
Okay, can I ask something?
Yes.
What's the difference between fetters and defilement?
So defilement can be any kilesa, any dirt. Okay, and fetters are the kind of 10 ties that we are tied to they're like ropes. They're like strings, very strong strings that we are tied to the samsara. The other
Okay.
simple defilements, they can all be categorized as defilements, like everything, all the unwholesome things, thoughts, we can call them defilements. But fetters are these 10 fetters.
Okay, so they are much more serious.
Much more serious. And like, let's say, like you practice dana, or you practice bhavana, you practice sila, you can get rid of some of those defilements easily. But these things, sensual lust, kama raga, very, very difficult to get rid of. Very, very difficult. Like raga means like super glue. It's difficult to, you are so much attached to that, especially in this karma world. Uh, it's difficult. When you see something through the eye, you get a rupa, a form. So when you see a rupa or a form, it becomes a pleasant one. Then you become attached to that. If it is, then you have desire. If it is an unpleasant rupa or form, then you have ill will towards that. You don't like it. Then you create a karma or karma. You generate a karma called ill will, right? So desire or ill will can happen to you. If you like that, then you will have desire. If you don't like it, then you will have ill will. Same thing with the ear. If you hear something, you like it, pleasant, then you have desire. If it is unpleasant, then you have ill will. With the smell, If it is pleasant, you will have desire, and if it is unpleasant, you will have ill will. Same thing with the taste. If you like it, if it is present, you will have desire. If you don't like it, you will have unpleasant feeling or ill will. Like you'll feel unpleasant when you have
Thank you, Bante. I think Bante just dropped off. Okay, Bante is back. Yes. Hello, Bante, you're back.
sorry. Yeah, I was think disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yes, very good now. Yeah, but Bante was talking about ill will.
Yeah, so we were talking about the taste, right? So when the taste is good, pleasant, you have desire. When it is unpleasant, you have ill will. And then with regard to the body, when you have contact, when that contact is pleasurable, you have desire. If it is unpleasant, you have ill will. This is continuous and all throughout these five senses, and even through the mind. Sometimes when we have like pleasant thoughts, you will have desire. Unpleasant thoughts, you will have ill will. So it's a constant struggle between these six faculties and these aramanas or objects. Then whenever we see here smell, taste, touch, and think, desire or ill will can happen to us. So that's why it's very difficult to get rid of this kama raga. So karma is basically I guess did we discuss about the Vattu karma, Kilesa karma list before?
I think on the first chapter, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah. I
we
think
go through all kinds of defilement.
yeah, it was like the karmas, right? Vattu karma and Kilesa karma.
Yes,
How we discuss, yes. So those things are part of the karma raga too. And sangyojana again, yojana or sangyojana is the tying thing, the yoking thing that bind us, that tie us to the pole of samsara. They are very strong, just like we are like leashed. We are kind of leashed with 10 um, ropes. So we can get rid of sometimes whether we like it or not. So it's really hard, but we still have to work on it, and we have to find a way out of it, and then we should be able to get rid of them. Once you get rid of these three fetters, you will become sotapanna, and later you cut loose a little bit, like maybe halfway, you become sakadagami, the kamaraga particle. Okay, so let's go to the next word.
thank you,
Is
Ben.
the Samyojana Dai. Okay, that's sensual lust feta. Okay, that's okay. right. And then Patigha Anusaya, the Kamaraga and Patigha. Um, Kamaraga and Patiga. Now, Patiga is the other one that we need to discuss. This is the ill will. So, what do we do to get rid of Kamaraga? That's why we practice something like, trying to be simple in life, and also practice those Kaya Anupassana, especially the Asubha Bhavana, um, very helpful. Thinking of those 32 things in the body, Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, like the body hair, the hair, the body, all these stuff in our body, we focus, meditate on that. Then also think of the impermanence of the body and impermanence of these conditioned things, anicca dukkha anatta concept. When they are clear, it's a little bit of easier for someone to get little bit away from that strong attachment. And patigha means ill will, anger, repulsion, or collision. Let's call it here. Sanyojana. Sanyojana is the fetter. Ill will, fetter, and then this is Dutiya Vibhati and ill will fetter. I call it ill will fetter. So that is Patigha Sanyojana. So Patigha is the ill will, the anger, um, like away from loving kindness and compassion. So those people who have issues like that, they are some people have raga charita, some people have dosa charita. So people who are more um, interested in art and craft and all these things can be raga charita, and people who are into their tastes also different. They like different foods, their lifestyle is different, the way they walk is different in comparison to the people who have dosa charita. Like they are little more aggressive, they are faster, and these people are more slower. And so there are different tendencies, temperaments of these people. Their blood type can be also different. The way their attitudes can be different. Yeah, so those people who are suffering also are predominant with these things. They actually can also practice. For example, if you have patiga, you have to work more on bhavana, loving kindness, very helpful. If you keep practicing on loving kindness, you will be able to get rid of that ill will nature. Very easily losing temper, there are some people like that. Um, so they have to work more on, you really have to make some effort. It doesn't happen just like that. You really have to make some effort to get rid of these things. And in Buddhism, I think the Brahma Viharas are really good practices to get rid of Patigha Sanyojana. And continuous practice of loving kindness. May all sentient beings be well, happy, and healthy. You have to have that, generate that loving kindness to yourself and to other people around. They are very helpful. And then Olarika means gross. Okay, Olarika gross. This is, yeah, so the first five Sangyojanas are called also called Olarika. So Kamaraga, Patigha, the first thing, and Sakai Ditta Vichikicha Siddhapata Paramasa, the first three, and these two, they are called Orambhagi. Horambhagiya Sangyojana. Um, the second, fifth five is called Uddhambhagiya Sangyojana. So these five are important, and in so the three ropes, when you completely cut off, you become Sotapanna, and these two things, when you do not cut off completely, but you quite a bit loosen, then you become Sakadagami. Sakadagami means once returner. If you are, if you die as a Sakadagami person, you will come back to this earth only, this world only once. Sakrutakami or Sakang Agami means one time return. So that is because you still have that Kamaraga and Patiga. And when you completely get rid of these things, then you become Anagami. That is called Anagami, non-returner. So if someone dies as an Anagami person, he or she will be born in a Suddhavas or Brahma realm, and it is said some of those people who attained Anagami, they could actually achieve. They were born as Arahant right away. So you die as an Anagami person, you are born as an Arahanta person there. So people, the Brahmas like Ghatikara, who used to be Buddha's good friend before in Vipassi Buddha's time. Ghatikara was like Anathapindika. He was a potter, but he was very pious, um, very dedicated to the Buddha. And our Bodhisattva, the Buddha was Bodhisattva that time. He was called Jyotipala, and that time he was. They were these two were two good friends, and later on, when he became Buddha, and Ghatikara, the Brahma, he was already an Anagami. He was born there, and he came to see the Buddha as a Brahma. It is said, and they also discuss about the places they met and how the two Buddhas. It's really interesting in Rajagaha, Rajgir, or I think Varanasi or Rajgir. So they mention this is exactly where we met Vipassi Buddha, and then Brahma, Ghatikar Brahma invites him, the Buddha, to sit there and meditate for a while, because that is a place where two Buddhas um, touch and bless this earth. Very interesting story, actually, Ghatikara Sutta. I have explained this sutta also in my previous Dhamma talks. You can have a look. So that's about anagami or non-returner. So once you die as an anagami person, you will not be coming back to this earth, this world. You will be an arahanta. That means you will. We can see some arahanta brahmas, arahanta devas in those world even today. Okay, so that's also very interesting. So when we pay respect to the devas, when we transfer merit to devas, probably those arahanta devas are also there. They don't necessarily need they don't need our merits at all, but we think of their power because they are arhantas, very important enlightened ones already. So the world, we still have the arahanta devas and brahmas, and their lifespan is so long. Lifespan is so long. I also discussed about the celestial lifespan in previous Dhamma talks. You can have a look. For example, the the celestial world that is next to ours is called Chatumha Rajita Deva world, And in the Chatu Maharajika Deva world, uh, you are, it is said one day over there is actually 50 years, 50 human years. One day, they are called celestial days. So in Jatam Maharajika Deva world, one celestial day is 50 human years and 30 days and 12 months, and like that is one celestial year, and their average lifespan is 500 celestial years. You can imagine it is like 90 million human years. Just just an idea how long is their life. And we in this karma world, when we eat these kabalinkara hara, our lifespan is shorter. Like the food we eat, like um, baking, like eating piece by piece, that is called kabalinkara hara. And those who eat those things, actually their lifespan is shorter, much shorter than those devas and brahmas. Devas and brahmas don't need food like we eat. They are mostly depending on the karmic life, and then they are basically, um, it is said, piti bhakka bhavisama. Their food is piti or joy. So when you are happy, you don't need food is also, right? Yeah, so food is not so important for longevity. Happiness is more important than that. Okay, so Kamaraga Anusayo. Olariko Kamaraga Anusayo means gross Anusaya. Anusaya is then again sensual lust, and Anusaya is the. Let me go to this. Yeah. So Anusaya is latent. So sensual lust is there, and then latent tendency, it is like deep rooted residues are still there. Something like, you have a cloth, let's say you have a cloth, and when some food or something falls on the cloth, you can quickly remove some food marks, but then again some of those spicy stuff will be stuck there, and that color, that dye will not be gone just like that. You need a special chemical to remove that, something like that. So you need a special chemical to remove this kamaraga anusaya. Very, again, those things will be deep inside us. That is why they are called anusaya. Anusaya, sayati is to sleep. So like sleeping underneath, anusaya. So they are the latent tendencies. So the kamaraga, although the superficial desires and all can be removed, the latent ones will not be removed so easily. That can be playing a hide and seek game all the time. Oh, I think I have to. Right? Okay. So sensual lust, latent tendency. Okay, and then Patigha Anusaya, also same, like before. So Patiga means ill will, and Anusaya means latent tendency, and this one, Patamalpati, and then ill will, latent tendency. This is called ill will, latent tendency. So the anger related, there is anger, there is hatred, anger is little bit okay, but hatred can be really, really dangerous, because when you have hatred, if you start hating others, and it can also lead to revenge, and it can actually go on and on and on. You will keep revenging on others and trying to destroy others, trying to tarnish or defame others, and this will be tit for tat, like you will do it for each other. And the story of Kali Akini in Dhammapada is a really important story, I think. It is said one time there was a lady, there was a man who married a lady, and she did not have children. So he married another wife, and she had a child. And then when she was pregnant, the other woman was very jealous of her, and then she became very good friend with her, and then this is this is not good. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pandey.
Sorry. So in that sutta, I mean the story, those two women, they were the other woman who didn't have children. She had some ulterior motive, so she became a friend with the other woman, and she said, "Whenever you are pregnant, you let me know. I will take care of you." And so what she did actually, she gave some medicine to destroy her baby. So it happened first, and then it was um, washed away, and then she had a second baby, and then she told her again, and then that baby was also gone. And then when the third baby came, when she became pregnant for the third time, the second wife thought, I'm not going to tell her because she is actually doing something. So she was hiding, but you can hide it forever. And then when she came to know, she gave medicine, and then both of them died, the mother and the baby. And that time, that pregnant mother, was um, very angry, and she was revenging on her. She said, I'm not going to leave you. I will also take revenge on you next birth. So it is said like they were, in many births, they were killing each other's children. And then when during the Buddha's time, one was Yakini, a monster, and the other one was a woman. And then the same thing happened. And one day, first baby was gone, and then the second baby was gone, and then third time that mother, she saw the Yakini coming. She was running towards the Buddha, and it is said the Buddha asked them, talked to them in front of the people, and then he explained the story, how you were revenging each other, uh, uh, so many births, and if you don't finish this off right here, right now, your samsara will be so long. And then Buddha was able to convince both of them, and the Yakini promised never to do that again, and the woman also promised. And then the Buddha asked the woman to give that baby to Yakini's hand, just to verify. And the woman was scared, but she had the confidence in the Buddha, so she gave, and the Yakini took the child into her hand and kissed him and gave back to the child, and that ended uh, um, a birth's long hatred. So it's really important to um be careful about this particular anusaya. These are like anusaya, again, latent tendencies can be hidden inside. So we have to practice more and more and more loving kindness. Metta bhavana, very helpful for this. Okay, Patiganusayo and Tade Kattaj and related. Tade Kattaj means related to that. The other defilements or sangyojanas or kilesas, you see, impurities. And so you get rid of them in the Sakadagami level. And this is Dutiya Sima, this is the second boundary. Ayang this Dutiya Sima. Okay, this is the second bound. Dutiya. Dutiya means second. You also know, I think, Vibhatti, right? Dutiya. This is singular actually. And then this is not, yeah, this is nominative. Yeah, we can also call nominative this one. This is not, yeah, this is feminine. Because it also Dutiya and Sima. So Sima is a feminine noun. Dutiya here is an adjective. I am Dutiya Sima. This is the, yeah, Sima. Can say like nominative. Yeah. And boundary. This is the second boundary. Sakadagami level. And then I think it's easier. Anusagatang kamaraga sanyojana, patika sanyojana. Now here the kamaraga sanyojana, as I said, the olarikang kamaraga sanyojana will be gone. That is the third. And here anusagatang kamaraga sanyojana means like those residues. So those residues of kamaraga sanyojana and patika sanyojana will be gone in third level. It is called third boundary, and this is the anagami level. So remember, even a sakadagami person can get angry, right? Now, kamaraga sanyojana means sakadagami person can get married, they can have children, and also they can get angry. Ill will can be still there, but it is not so strong because you are actually removing to a greater extent. Only those anusahagata means like little bit residues are still there. So they can also get angry actually. They're not like revenging or something. They will never go to that level, but they can get angry. Just to let you know, it's also a part of it. And this is accusative. Anusahagatam, this is singular. Okay. And then anusahagatam kama raga sangyojanam. So kama raga is sensual lust, and sangyojana theta, and kama raga sangyojana, the same thing. But then again, this one is not nominative, this is accusative. Okay, so anusahagata kama raga sangyojana, those remaining kama raga sangyojana, and anusahagata patika sangyojana, ill will feta, that will also be gone in the third sima or third boundary, what we call anagami. and patika sanyojanam, and anusahagato kama raga anusayo. Now again those latent tendencies also. So here it is said the olariko kama raga anusayo. That means only the gross level kama raga anusaya will be gone. That means here we have to use another chemical to remove that dirt. That is anusahagato kamaraga anusayo. Those remaining or residues, last residues of kamaraga anusaya, latent tendency, and patigha anusaya, ill will tendency, will be gone only in the anagami level. That's again anusagata patigha anusaya also is like that. And then ayang tatiya sima, this is the third boundary. Tatiya sima. Ayang tatiya. So tatiya. Tatiya also vibhati, right? I think you know that. So tatiya, third. And here means singular. And then third, and this is feminine, singular, nominate. What happened? It's not working, or maybe I had to do it again. Tatiya, right? Okay, over here. Oh, no, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, now it's okay. Tatiya. Tatiya. Well, I think it is T. T means yeah. T means 3. So Tatya is third, right? So T means 3. That should be the. In that case, I think Dutiya also we can fix. And Dutiya Sima over here. So Du is over here. It is Du or Dve. Du or Dve. That means I think Du is okay. So that means 2. Due and Due. I think it is Due. Let me quickly double check. I think in our dictionary also, hopefully we can find it. Du. Yeah, let me check here real quick. Okay, you should be able to find here. Dutiya is here, Dutiya, and this is the number. Okay, Dutiya means second. I think we can use Dutiya, that should be okay. Yeah, because Dutiya means second, and that can be the parent, and we can also use here Tatiya. Tatiya means third, right? So that should be okay. Yes. Okay, and then we go to the these five. Now we have five, and kamaraga sanyojana. Sorry, sakkaya ditthi, vichikiච්ඡා, sīlabbata paramasa, and yeah, this one, sakkaya ditthi, vichikiච්ඡා, sīlabbata paramasa, and kamaraga patigha. These five are called orambhagiya sanyojana. So they are the uh, gross level sanyojanas or fetters, and the other five are called uddhambhagiya sanyojana: ruparaga, aruparaga, mana, uddhacha, and avijja. These five. Now out of the 10 fetters, only five will be deleted or will be abandoned when you become like Sotapana, Sakadagami, Anagami. In these three stages, only five fetters will be abandoned, and the rest we still have. Remember this: Raga, still part of it is there. Rupa Raga, desire to be born in the world of form. Okay, like and then Arupa Raga, formless realm, desire to be born in the formless realm, and Mana, conceit, and Uddhacha, the restlessness. Avijja, last one would be the avijja. Very interesting. So, unless you become arahanta, and even there, the last would be the avijja, the ignorance. Such an important role played by this avijja in our sansaric existence. We don't know how we are all being fooled by this avijja in so many different ways. We have to be really, really careful and work on this um, to identify the avijja. And you can see here Rupa Raga. We like to be born as in the Rupa world. We like to be, and some people also like to be born in the Arupa world. And then the mana, the conceit, ego, because of our birth, because of our wealth, because of our race, because of our country, all due to all these reasons, our mana, our conceit, our education, our good looks or whatever, even all these things can lead us to improve our mana, conceit. So that is why the Buddhist people, for example, they want to walk barefoot, to cut off the conceit, and they want to sit on the floor to cut off the conceit. They are just simple practices, simple techniques to get rid of that. And also wearing simple clothes and living simple lifestyle, practicing 8 precepts or 10 precepts once a month. They are kind of trying to work against this conceit, mana, very important. And then uddhacha, when you are restless, you cannot take decisions, you cannot meditate, you cannot do anything. So uddhacha is just next to avijja, you can see that. Uddhacha is again a very powerful thing, very difficult when you have uddhacha to focus. So Ruparaga, again, desire to be born in the world of form. This is definitely the Brahma realm. And so in this level, of course, that's why those anagamis would be born in the Brahma realm. And yeah, and then Ruparaga. Oh, and this is about the Ruparaga. Aruparaga is the formless realm. Aruparaga. Aruparaga is not here. Okay, let me check. Ruparaga and Aruparaga. This is formless, to be in the formless world. Desire to be born in the formless world. And then this one, Saruparaga. They are again Brahma realms, Ruparaga and Aruparaga. Rupa world and Arupa world actually. And Kama world is this world. There are 11 Kama worlds. Human realm, 4 apayas, Naraka, Tirachana, Peta, Asura, and then 6 Deva worlds. They are called Kama world. The other Brahma worlds, there are some Brahma worlds, they are form, world of form, and the other last few Brahma realms are actually Arupa. They don't have any Rupa. That's why some of the Brahmas, even if they are born in that highest Brahma realm, they cannot listen to the Dhamma talks. Very unfortunate. For example, the Buddha's previous teachers, Alara Kalama Uddaka Ramaputta, he wanted to help them, but he could not because they were born in the Arupa realm and they don't have ears, they don't have Rupa, they don't have form, so they cannot listen to the Dhamma and they could not achieve Nibbana because of that. That's also a very interesting thing. Mana is conceit. Okay. Different kinds of manas actually. There are 9 kinds of manas. I don't know if we have it here somewhere. One of the 10 fetters bind into existence, vanishes completely only at the entrance to Arahantship. Then mana. Okay, here we go. The equality, the conceit, mana, the inferiority conceit or inferiority complex maybe, or mana. And the superiority conceit, atimana. These, so mana, omana, and atimana. These threefold conceit should be overcome. So after overcoming these threefold conceit, the monk through the full penetration of conceit is said to have put an end to suffering. Those ascetics and Brahman priests who, relying on this impermanent, miserable, and transitory nature of corporeality, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, consciousness, fancy, better am I, or equal am I, or worse am I, all these imagine, thus through not understanding reality. So, mana, atimana, then seyamana, sadisamana, that's also there. So we also have, I think we have like superiority complex, inferiority complex. They are also part of conceit that we have. So we try to compare. So that mana, that measuring is done by us all the time. And when you are in the Arahanta level, you will be able to get rid of that. And Uddhacha again, Uddhacha. I think I like Uddhacha and Mana Uddhacha. Let me check. So Uddhachang, right? Manang Uddhachang. Okay, so it should be Ang. Right, Uddhacha Ang. Uddachang. That means distraction, flurry, haughtiness, vanity, pride. Um, let's see what's here. Uddhacha. Uddachang, being puffed up, vanity, pride. Uddhacha is that. Uddhacha, Uddhata. Ah. Abhidhammatta vibhavini tika. Uddhatassa bhavo uddhachang. So it is like, okay. Katamang uddhachang yang chittassa uddhachang avupasamo chetaso vikhepo bhantatang chittassa. So when you have that hyper or being puffed up or vanity or pride, again it is also part of mana, uddhacha. Okay, then you cannot concentrate, you cannot have that one-pointedness, really difficult. Uddhacha nama chittasa uddhatakaro. Uddhata is like that puffing up. And kukkucha nama akata kalyanasa katapapasa tappachya. So akata kalyana means the good things that you haven't done. So katapapasa means the evil things that you have done, and because of that you kind of burning. That is how it is explained here. And uddhacha here, uddhatanya, uddhang hanati gacchati iti uddhato. So uddhang hanati gacchati. So it goes upward. Hanasa, hanati means to kill. Hanasa do. Okay. This is dhutya. Okay. Uddhang dhunati kampati uddhachang. So uddhacha is explained in different ways. Yeah, this is the one that is more familiar with us. Buddhist dictionary says uddhacha is restlessness, belongs to the 10 fetters. So that's why I was more familiar with that word. But interesting that uddhacha also is related to the ego, mana. It is one of those mental factors inseparably associated with all unwholesome consciousness. Okay, so they are called akusala sadharana in Abhidhamma. So they are common to all unwholesome consciousness. Imagine. That's really, really scary. Like this uddhacha, because of that restless nature, that distracting nature, that haughty nature. Okay, so we will use uddhacha as restless. So I follow this restlessness. When you are restless, you cannot take any decision. And that is really, again, scary. Like a lot of people, when they are restless, they cannot take decisions and they are in big trouble. Uddhacham. And that's why when you are into panya, your mind should be in deep samadhi, and then uddhacha will also be gone, restlessness will be gone. Then it is easier for you to take decisions. So it is said, like, if you are angry or if you are restless, do not take decisions. It can be not so healthy. Uddhachang. Okay, so mana, uddhacha, and then the last one, avijja. Navijja. No means, yeah, no means not. Vijja means knowledge. I think I will take avijja directly. Avijja, so because it's so familiar, I think it's fine. Uh, Ignorance. Okay, avijja again is a feminine noun. Maybe we can have this also feminine. Right. So avijja, as we all know, it's a very, very tricky uh, defilement or fetter. It is very difficult to get rid of avijja. I think I last time also I told you about this, how important the role of avijja. Um, I think I mentioned this several times, but I will repeat again. Like the Buddha said, the great earth, the great ocean, and the great mountain, they are so big structures in the world. And even these three massive, massive structures will be gone, will be deteriorated, will disappear, even without tracing anything whatsoever. Everything will be gone. The whole ocean will be gone. Whole earth will be gone. Whole mountain, great, great mountain will be gone. But yet, it will take many thousands of years for sure. But then it will be gone. Even then, the avidya will not be gone. Even then, the avidya will still lead us to the samsara. Ignorance will still lead us to the samsara. That is the most scariest part. And how the avidya can fool us. Avidya can fool us like, oh, you are an educated person, you are a rich person, you are a good looking person, you are a person from a rich country, or whatever, you can have many, many ways. Even titles can fool you. So all these things can really fool you. It's very dangerous how these things, like they are apparently very nice, very good, name and fame and all this rich wealth and all these things are apparently um, very nice. But eventually, that avidya will lead us to the sansara. That is the truth. And so we will keep being born in this sansara, being born and dying, even though the ocean, great ocean is dried up, even though the great mountain is completely gone, even though the whole earth is completely gone, still we will be in the samsara. So many eons and eons and eons in the samsara, we will be existing because of this strong um, fetter called avijja. One of the most, even in the dependent origination, avijja, tanha, or ignorance and craving, they are the most powerful, uh, powerful defilements, links that really keep us tied to the sansara. So again here, avijja. Mananusayo, bhavaraganusayo, avijjanusayo. Now these are again the tendencies. And mana, the conceit, anusaya again, anusaya o. So conceit, the latent tendency, and this one. So conceit, latent tendency will be gone here, and then bhavaraga anusayo, bhavaraga. You mean you like that? You have that? Okay, let's This way, I think you will get existence. You see, bhava means existence. So raga means you have the lust. You have the lust towards existence. And let's say, like we have these days, it is very warm. Lots of people suffer because of the heat. And then when you are in the air condition, you feel comfortable, you like it, and then you want it more and more and more. And so you like that. That is like a bhavaraga, right? So this is like a bhavaraga. When you like this bhavaraga, that will again attach us to the samsara. And again, it's a kind of latent tendency too. We have anusaya, uh, yeah, anusaya is there, and then latent tendency, and this. So bhava, raga, anusaya, oh. So existence, let's say existential lust, existential lust, latent tendency. May not be the, this may not be the best of English, but I think we are trying to keep it closer to the Pali. So existential lust, latent tendency, is bhavaraganu saya. Okay, and then we have avijjanusaya again. Even as I said, avijja can be like the gross level. It can be possible to get rid of, but anusaya level, the latent tendency will be pretty hard. If you remember the Buddha also, when he was meditating towards the last latter part of his struggle practice, it is said the Mara's three daughters came to him, Tanha, Rati, and Raga. So they are like beautiful daughters of the Mara and very tempting, very seductive, and they tried to seduce the Buddha, and the Buddha did not fall into their trap. What really happened? This is not really something physical, but really, even in that meditational stage, very strong defilement, very strong fetters and emotions were disturbing. Those strong desires would erupt like a volcano even while meditating, especially towards the latter part, because um, you are trying to get rid of this, eliminate these things. So they can still come up, try to pop up, and then try to disrupt your meditation. So you need to really have very, very strong will, adhitthana, and determination, and also virya, the attempt, and then your sila, the morality. All these things should go together in order to survive with such strong current. So very difficult otherwise to survive those strong emotions. To know these things, like even the knowledge can be very helpful when you keep practicing. It will be really, really helpful. So avijja anusayo and tadekata means related to that, and other defilements related to that. So the related other defilements, impurities, and when you get rid of this, that is called Chatutha Sima. These are called the fourth boundary. Okay, I am this Chatu. Chatu is four, right? So Chatutha means fourth. Okay. Um, Nominative, and this is nominative. This is feminine. Yes, and Chaturtha Sima, fourth. This is the fourth Sima of boundary. Sima boundary. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Again, very important that we know about these things, and it will be really helpful for us in our practice to get rid of this samsara. Okay, so with that, I think we conclude. If you have any question, you're welcome to ask. And also, I encourage you to join our sutta discussion classes because we discuss more in detail about these concepts in our sutta discussions. Okay, over to you, Janice.
Okay, thank you very much, Bande, for the teaching today. May Bande lead us in making aspiration and sharing the merits, please.
Thank you everyone for joining us today with our Mahaniddesa translation project. This WikiPali project has been really very helpful, very inspiring, and we have been walking together, learning together, and this path, our spiritual path, will be more enhanced and will be more enlightened, I think, with this beautiful knowledge of the Dhamma. It's really important to listen to Dhamma talks and also associating with wonderful, good Kalyana Mitra friends. Remember, if you want to get rid of this samsara, these are really important things. So keep learning, keep associating with wonderful, good Kalyana Mitra friends all throughout, all throughout our life and our samsara. And by the power of this wonderful merit that we accrued today and before, and also by practicing Dana Sila Bhavana during this lifetime and throughout our samsara, we have accrued so much powerful merits. By the power of those merits, may we all be well, happy, and healthy. May you all be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May you and your family members, friends and relatives, teachers and elders, and everyone in your community, everyone in your neighborhood, everyone in your country, and everyone in the world be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. And let us also think of all those people who are suffering due to COVID-19 and different countries. They are having a lot of issues and economic issues and psychological issues because of lack of job and so many other issues. Their family problems are also there, and also many people are worrying about their departed ones. Now you see how suffering is our life. The birth is suffering, the sickness is suffering, death is suffering, and all this is suffering. This is part of our samsara. So we need to be more stronger within, trying to understand this concept. By the power of this merit, may all those people who are suffering from COVID-19 or any other chronic disease or any other simple discomfort, may they all be blessed. May they all be able to heal themselves from the suffering that they are undergoing right now. May all the world be full of peace and happiness and good health. May the Noble Triple them bless them all, protect them all, and guide them all towards the right path. May all of us and all of them and all sentient beings, including Devas, Brahmas, and everyone, be able to associate with the Dhamma, associate with the wonderful Kalyana Mitra friends, and get rid of this samsara as soon as possible so that we can all attain the absolute peace and happiness, the supreme bliss of Nibbana at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Abhivadana sirisa niccang vaddha pachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Thank you, Pandey, and thank you, everyone, for your time and participation. Till we meet next Tuesday, may all be well, healthy, and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.